Why is it important to pay federal taxes? Required by law. Thomas Jefferson is famous for many things. Name one. Third President of the United States. Why did the United States enter World War I? To support the Allied powers, England, France, Italy, and Russia. Name one example of an American innovation. Airplane. Name three national U.S. holidays. Independence Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. Why did the United States enter the Persian Gulf War? To force the Iraqi military from Kuwait. What amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are U.S. citizens? 14th Amendment. What founding document was written in 1787? U.S. Constitution. The Civil War had many important events. Name one. Sherman's March. There were 13 original states. Name five. New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina. What U.S. war ended slavery? The Civil War. What war did the Americans fight to win independence from Britain? American Revolution. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? It states that the powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people. Who signs bills to become laws? The President of the United States. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? Senate and House of Representatives. The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are in what founding document? Declaration of Independence. Who elects members of the House of Representatives? Citizens from their congressional district. Why is the Electoral College important? It decides who is elected president. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Native Americans. Name one power that is only for the federal government. Print paper money. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. James Madison is famous for many things. Name one. Fourth President of the United States. When did all women get the right to vote? 1920. Name one U.S. military conflict after the September 11, 2001 attacks. War in Iraq. What is Veterans Day? A holiday to honor people in the U.S. military. What is the economic system of the United States? Capitalism. How long is a term for a U.S. senator? 6 years. The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why? Because of the 22nd Amendment. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776. What are 2 cabinet level positions? Secretary of Education, Secretary of Energy. Name one leader of the women's rights movement in the 1800s. Susan B. Anthony. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Cherokee. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? People of their state. Name the 3 branches of government. Congress, President, and the courts. Why does each state have 2 senators? Equal representation for small states. During the Cold War, what was one main concern of the United States? Communism. Many documents influenced the U.S. Constitution. Name one. Declaration of Independence. There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Any citizen can vote. Women and men can vote. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Civil War. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military? The President of the United States. What part of the federal government writes laws? U.S. Congress. What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain? Declaration of Independence. Some states have more representatives than other states. Why? Because they have more people. How many seats are on the Supreme Court? 9. How can people become United States citizens? Naturalize. George Washington is famous for many things. Name one. Father of our country. What was the Great Depression? Longest economic recession in modern history. How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution? Amendments. How many senators does each state have? 2.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con el estudio de estas preguntas cívicas? Recuerda que si te gustaría tener un plan de trabajo para poderlas aprender mejor, tenemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. World War I. Benjamin Franklin is famous for many things. Name one. U.S. diplomat. The colonists came to America for many reasons. Name one. Freedom. Who is the governor of your state now? The executive branch has many parts. Name one. President of the United States. Who elects U.S. senators? Citizens from their state. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government? Executive branch. What does the Bill of Rights protect? The basic rights of Americans. What is the highest court in the United States? Supreme Court. What are three rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. What is Independence Day? The country's birthday. Why did the United States enter the Korean War? To stop the spread of communism. Why were the Federalist Papers important? They supported passing the U.S. Constitution. It is important for all men age 18 through 25 to register for the Selective Service. Name one reason why. Civic duty. Name one power that is only for the states. Provide schooling and education. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Donald Trump. Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators? To more closely follow public opinion. Why is the Declaration of Independence important? It says all people are created equal. What is one way Americans can serve their country? Vote. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? 5. What is one part of the judicial branch? Supreme Court. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves. Why did the United States enter the Vietnam War? To stop the spread of communism. The nation's first motto was E pluribus unum. What does that mean? We all become one. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. Alexander Hamilton is famous for many things. Name one. First Secretary of the Treasury. When did the Great Depression start? The Great Crash, 1929. What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. What major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York Harbor. When did all men get the right to vote? After the Civil War. Name one reason why the Americans declared independence from Britain. High taxes. What does the president's cabinet do? Advises the President of the United States. How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives? 2 years. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent? People in their district. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star Spangled Banner. What did the Civil Rights Movement do? Fought to end racial discrimination. What are two examples of civic participation in the United States? Vote, join a political party. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. Who appoints federal judges? The President of the United States. Name your U.S. representative. There are three branches of government. Why? checks and balances. What is the form of government of the United States? Republic. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Why did the United States enter World War II? Bombing of Pearl Harbor. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Vice President of the United States. How long do Supreme Court justices serve? For life. Name two promises that new citizens make in the oath of allegiance. Defend the U.S. Constitution. Be loyal to the United States. The American Revolution had many important events. Name one. Declaration of Independence. Abraham Lincoln is famous for many things. Name one. Freed the slaves. Emancipation Proclamation. Dwight Eisenhower is famous for many things. Name one. General during World War II. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there is one star for each state. What is Memorial Day? A holiday to honor soldiers who died in military service. Who was the United States' main rival during the Cold War? Russia. Martin Luther King Jr. is famous for many things. Name one. Fought for civil rights. Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States? Citizens. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. The President of the United States is elected for how many years? 4 years. Name one power of the U.S. Congress. Rights laws. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 27. Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does. Forms the government. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives? 435. Name one power of the president. Vetoes bills. What is the supreme law of the land? U.S. Constitution. How many U.S. senators are there? 100. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? J.D. Vance. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Name two important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Liberty, self-government. The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean? Self-government. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. Who vetoes bills? The President of the United States. What is the capital of your state? What group of people was taken and sold as slaves? Africans. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana. Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why? To be independent of politics.